Good morning, Marantha here with my homestead channel, Solar Off-Grid Living. I am rendering beeswax. I am, this is beeswax melted with water, of course, because I need to strain all the garbage out. Thankfully, this is the caps, so it's not too bad. But there's honey in here too, and I can't drain all the honey. It's just too hard. I've tried it, and it just takes too long. When I get to the bottom of my barrel, then I'll do it. But this is melting nicely, and then I'll strain it. My strainers look honeyed because they are. So I'm using a bucket right here with a lid. Where's my lid? Ooh, oh, here it is. With this lid, this is the bucket. I like it because it has a locking lid. So when I'm finished, I can just clean it out real quick, or just put the lid on. It used to have coffee grounds in it, not anymore. And this is the bucket we used for the grounds when Eli had the coffee shop. Because at the coffee shop, there's no running water, so we had to at the market at the mill. Ooh, this is boiling. Let me just turn it down. There we go. I'm going to keep it, maybe turn it off right now because everything is melted. So I'm just going to let this, yeah, everything is, whoops, crap. This is why I do this outside, guys, because I tried it in my kitchen only one time thinking, I won't spill, I'm so careful. Crap, I spent weeks scraping my kitchen floor and my oven just for the little tiny drips that would just show up. So here we go. So I'm going to let this just melt whatever else is in there. And while that is happening, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this and come back to it. These plants are all, with the exception of these, are all either greenhousey, greenhouse, inside, greenhouse, inside, greenhouse. Still working on fixing this part of the board. This is why this is still loose. This needs to come off because this isn't even used. In the house, stays outside. Stays outside. I'm going to put this in the greenhouse because it's still going, and I'm going to collect seeds. And here's the stevia. This will go inside the greenhouse. Chamomile and the lavender will as well. So will the mushroom plant, which is super yummy. There's a chrysanthemum. I've been eating the radishes out of here as they come. They're absolutely wonderful, by the way. I wanted to show you the bins. So something's been eating these right here. I'm not happy. And these guys are, I'll show you what they look like. I posted it on Facebook if anyone can identify it. I tried looking it up. I want to think it's a cabbage worm, but it doesn't seem to be because it's not the right time of year. Here's some nice kale that's coming up on that I planted, and then here's some more plants here, walking onions, some of the sage. I'm going to plant this up, but I might just leave this one in its pot because this is what I love. It's coming down. It'll plant itself right there, and it will put its roots down, and then when I water it, I know that water is going to the roots. Here's another, this is a regular onion. Here's some lemon balm. We need to get that in the greenhouse as well. And then here's some lettuces, and it's going to get down to 39, 38 in the next few days. So what I'll do with like the lettuces is I'll go ahead and just cover them with the lid to this. Not the lid to this because it's right there, but with another lid. I have spare lids over here. And I'll cover some of these things to help them out so the frost doesn't get on them. And then the thyme is coming back. My son about killed it. Got little lettuces coming back that I didn't plant. I don't know how that, well, there was a lettuce in there at one time. And we've got some holy basil, and then this little ice plant that's a perennial that'll come back. So I also am going to show, I'm starting this other bin. I've already put in some grass clippings, some the coffee grounds that were in that bucket are in here. I'm going to go get a scoop of native earth, and then I'm going to put some regular earth over the top of that. I'm going to get the native earth because I take scoops that have the worms in it, and they're starting to go way down, so I need to get them because it's still warm today, like 75, but they're going deeper in the earth, and I want to get another scoop for this guy so they can produce in here and live, and I can start putting compost in here like I do the others. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a container toward the back that then I put food compost in and set another container plant in so the worms always have a food source. And then in case I don't have room to bury it in here. And then the rest of this, I have potatoes that are seeding, and I stick the whole potato in. I don't cut them. And I'm just going to use that. This is like one of my potato bins. And yeah, I'm going to plant the whole entire bag in here. So I need once this will go down, I need at least 9 inches up for the potatoes to grow. So that'll be some good spring potatoes. So yeah, and I have them slightly under this eave, and the reason I did this on this side because they get good summer or winter sun here. But they're not going to get, even though I have these catchments, they're not going to get saturated with water every time it rains unless I want it to, so I can just pull the chair out or in, but I like them to get halfway so I don't, because, you know, I'm storing the water. This is compost tea water, as you can see, right? And then here's one here. I have a lid on. Collected, that one I need to deal with. And then this one, let me get the top off here. Get the water out of it. Whoosh, make sure it goes down. See, nice compost tea. I keep diluting down. I keep it covered so that mosquitoes don't get in it. There. And yeah, so got a lot of work to do today. I am taking off. I got this on sale. It was like $5 a bag, which is why I got it. So I'm going to use it for in here and also to help pot up some of the plants. I have more ferns. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is. Plus another few. I'm going to divide them up and add earth to them and get them in the greenhouse. So that little tiny greenhouse is going to hold a lot of things. So yeah, we're just gearing up for that today. And yeah, so I wanted to make this video. Let's go ahead and just peek. Because I see a chicken loose in my garden, which at this point I don't really care that much because my stuff's in my bins and she can't really wreck anything. See that? So look at the flowers right here. Isn't that cool? Now I will inspect them. That is a squash. No, that's a zucchini. I am going to inspect them and see if there's any females. But I'm going to let it keep growing until it doesn't want to. These have the garlic chives in here and then some Swiss chard and stuff coming up there. And let's move this over to here. There's also some Swiss chard in here. I thought it would be bigger by now. I do see some, let's look at my trees. I do see some ripe figs that I can go get. Got to take that peach tree down because I'd rather have the plum tree. So I've already got a peach tree, trees that produce a lot. This bad girl, she's the one that always finds her way over. And then look at right here, you see that? These are sweet potatoes and they're still super green, and I'm gonna let them just keep going until the leaves die back, and then I'll harvest the sweet potatoes. So yeah. Oh, and you can see that in the distance. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I can't. You can see the ginger and the turmeric right there. So I've got about 4 ginger plants and 1 or 2 turmeric containers. I did have like 15 planted, but what happened is I had them in a bad spot temporarily, but they lived there for a while, and they didn't get the water they needed. They need to be watered, but they also need good drainage and part shade, like some larger plants around them, which is why they do really well right here, but not where I had them, which was in like a full sun spot, thinking, oh, I'll move them. Well, they're doing well here. I'm going to probably move these up to the deck at some point. And then definitely when they start to die back. I've brought these in before. I may bring these in the greenhouse as well. We're getting down to 39 degrees, 38 degrees, so that's going to change things. There she is, just eating the little brat. I'm okay with it right now, but I'm not okay with it when, you know, I'm actually creating, let me just tell you something. I am creating this kind of bin garden, And if I can get raised, you know, I want them against the ground so I can drain into the ground. But if I can grow things in there and up, and again, up on these, I won't mind that the chickens scratch around, except for my root vegetables, which I may just contain that and let them, you know, open up their fence line and let them have access to the entire garden again, because they do keep the bug population under control, and they keep, you know, some of the rotted figs that fall. I'm right now picking the figs for them, but I would rather, when it drops, for them to just get it. So I want these girls to be nice and healthy and forage as much as possible. And they're foraging in the quarter of the garden, but this is, the other quarter is this whole top. They're in the bottom quarter, and then I have another area over here, and then it's like basically like from here to here to here, and then there's another quarter beyond that that you can't really see. That pear tree is not the end of the garden. That is like the beginning of the second quarter. And then there's the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So yeah, this is kind of overgrown. Why I grew so many figs, I can't even tell you. So let's get back down to normal here. So yeah, I'm just creating this garden a little differently. I'm moving blueberries. This is one. They produce down there, but now that my fig trees are growing up and my grapes were just amazing this year, I'm hoping to have another bumper crop next year. I plan on not traveling in August. I'm going to travel more closer to, you know, maybe just make it in time to my family's for Thanksgiving, because I plan on, yeah, doing that. So anyway, I just wanted to show you, it's kind of a mess, but this is the reality of my life as a homesteader, because I am here. I'm an empty nester, like fully an empty nester. It's sort of, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it right now, but I'll get over it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I got a lot of work to do here. Once I get this all set up, I got to get all these containers off, because I am going to power wash this thing, because I've got to stain it, or resurface it. So, and then I'm still in the process of fixing these few things. You can see I have boards laid out. I got to get a couple more boards. Then that project will be complete for this year, and I'll sit, you know, I've got some I know I have to do next year, but just one board at a time. This table will be completely cleared off. This will be cleared and put under, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm definitely gonna get my aloe veras and these new babies, these bromeliads. Look at my babies. Yeah, I love bromeliads. And I put these together. I'm going to get that bromeliad out of there and keep the Sansevieria. But these will need to be also in the greenhouse or inside. Let me just show you, I got where my little bird's nest is up here. There's no bird living in it right now because my cat got it. But I have a couple of these growing. I've got some empty containers. But yeah, I've got some aloe veras, and I've got this big aloe vera here. This needs to come in, because I don't want to ruin any of these. This will definitely get ruined in a freeze. And then, of course, my Meyer lemon trees need to come in. And I've got the babies that I'm potting up. They're starting to green up again. My son almost killed them. That son of mine. But we're going to get these in the pots. I should have done that a while ago. They would be huge right now. But it's okay. They're salvageable. And, yeah. So, got a lot of work to do. First and foremost, rendering this. I'm making aromatherapy candles, and I'm creating some beeswax also for my salves. Also, about salves. The other thing I'm doing today, I know this is running long, but let me just show you. I know I'm doing it from my deck, because you can probably see it from my deck. So I harvested some comfrey leaves, and you see there's leftover comfrey here. I have comfrey over there. You see that leaf, right? Gosh, you can kind of see a leaf right there. Sorry. You can see the comfrey right there. I have another patch of comfrey on the back side, or the other side of the house. Use chicken, and I'm going to harvest that today, wilt it. And there's also some sweet violets in here, and plantains, and that is the base for my salves. And I also have calendula oil that I have under, that I constantly replenish. And so that is something that's happening today too. So, hey, Stephanie, if you're watching this, Save me back a couple packs of calendula flowers because I'm running out of what I harvested. So I'm going to have to get some that's already dried. Okay, love you guys, and I'll show you the result of this. All right, bye.